What is up, gamers? It is Will777JP, and we are back with another Will It Play with No Internet. And for those of you guys that are new to the channel, I like to do a series called Will It Play with No Internet, where I grab a game from my collection, doesn't matter the console, and I like to test to see if the game is on the actual disc. Can I install it from the disc? Can I play it without needing any internet? Now, of course, once you have a game installed, most of them you can play with no internet. But the real test here is to see if you can actually install the game from the disc with no internet. So, thank you so much for being here. All of you guys that are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. I appreciate it. If you're new, hit that subscribe and notification bell so you stay up to date whenever I drop videos. The game that we are going to be testing today is Deathloop. Now, I remember when Deathloop came out, and all over social media, all over the gaming medias, they were saying how this is game of the year, game of the decade. I mean, even right here, it says IGN, 10 out of 10 masterpiece, over 50 review scores. I think I just have like 2 hours into this game. I think I played it for a little bit just to see what all the hype was about, and then I never picked it back up. Now, some of my friends hate this game. I know a couple people who absolutely love this game. So, it's up to you whether you like it or not. But I wanted to test this game because this game was published by Bethesda. Yes, the same Bethesda that is owned by Xbox. And as you guys know, Xbox games that have come to PlayStation in recent months, like Indiana Jones, Doom, The Dark Ages, game is not on the disc. You need internet to install. So I was like, you know what? Let's check to see if Deathloop is one of those games where you need internet to install, or because this was a game that was already in production before Xbox bought them, maybe they did put the game on the disc. I don't know. It feels like whenever Xbox bought these developers is when the whole game on the disc kind of went out the window. So let's go ahead and check it out and test it. The other game that I was in between was Ghostwire. I actually beat and played this game, and I actually enjoyed it, man. I really did. But shout out to Bethesda, because even though they're, it's the modern age, they still gave us a freaking, one of these little booklets in here. Doesn't have much except the PlayStation controls, but this stuff goes a long way. Another cool fact about this game is I bought this game, I believe it was in either 2021, 2021 or 2022, somewhere around there. It was New Year's Eve, and I saw that it went on sale at GameStop for $20. And I was like, for $20? Hell yeah, I'll buy it. I placed the order. Next day, or the following day, whenever GameStop opened back up after the holidays, I went to go pick it up. I went home, grabbed it, whatever, played for a little bit, checked it out. About a week later, I get an email from GameStop saying, we have refunded you $20 for Deathloop. And I was like, what? I bought the game. I picked it up. I have it right here. So I called GameStop to say, hey, you guys, I know, right? Will, being stupid. Hey, free money. Well, I called GameStop and I was like, or the store, and I said, hey, you guys refunded my money for this game, but I have the game. I haven't returned it. They checked in the system. They said, oh yeah. So what happened is they gave you the game, but they didn't click that the game was picked up. So the system automatically refunded you the money. I was like, well, I got the game, so I mean, you guys want to charge me again? It's like, don't worry about it. We already did what's called a cycle count, and the game's out of our system. So what a cycle count is, for those of you guys that don't know, is inventory correction. So if it says that you're supposed to have 10 Deathloops in the store, and then you count them, but you only have 9, then you cycle count out one of the games, so the system matches exactly what you have on hand. That way it stays accurate and up to date. So when somebody goes online and takes a look, GameStop can say, hey, yeah, we have 9 of these games available. Instead of saying, no, you have 10, and then you go out to buy the 10th one, and it's nowhere to be found. They'll also do this when you have an extra of something. So the system says that you should have 9 Deathloops, and then you count physically and you have 10, then you cycle count 1 in so it matches. But anyways, just a quick little story about Deathloop that I found to be hilarious. Let's go ahead and test the game out. Oh, before we do that, let's check the back. So the back right here says network players, right? So there's some sort of internet connectivity, and it also says 32 gigs minimum. Can y'all see that? There you go. So I don't know, man. With Xbox history of not putting games on the disc, I'm really excited to see what this one does. And I'm gonna be real, man. If this game is not on the disc, my heart's not gonna break or anything. This isn't a game that I'm like, fawning over or whatnot. But it needs to be on the disc, whether I like it or not, whether you like it or not. It's a game that needs to be on the disc. And as always, I like to show you guys that I am currently connected to the internet. And we know this because if we go to the welcome screen, all the little news articles and stuff pop up down here. If we go to the PlayStation Store, we can go here, click on a game, download it if we wanted to, and then of course PS Plus is available, right? If we're not connected to the internet, none of this stuff would even pop up, and I'm gonna show you right now. We're gonna go to settings, we're going to go to network, we're gonna go to settings, connect to the internet, and we're gonna click on that and turn it off, right? So when we go back to the home screen to PS Plus, it says go online to discover PlayStation Plus. If we go to the PlayStation Store, it says you're offline. If we go to the welcome screen, all those news articles are gone and it says you're offline, right? So we are completely disconnected. Next, what we're gonna do is we are going to go ahead and put the disc in the PS5. Here it is. Now let me move my camera on over to the PS5 so you guys can see me physically insert the disc in, so you're not saying, oh no, you already had it pre-installed, that's why it worked, blah blah. No, I'm gonna go ahead and do it live with you guys. Let me just adjust the camera a bit here so you can see it happening. Alright, so here's the disc. Let's go stick it in. Oh, I already got one in there. I normally wouldn't treat my disc like that. I normally would just go ahead and put it in the case it belongs. But for video's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and just leave it there for now. Once I am done, I will put it back where it belongs. And we should see a queue for copy somewhere on the bottom there. There it is. And it already started. So let's go ahead and check out to see what it says. So 27.604 gigs, right? The back of the case told us 32 gigs. So it's gonna be super interesting to see what's actually on here. Alright, let's see if we can find out any more information. Alright, so it is version let's see, right there. Version 1.0, right? 27.61 gigs and his version 1.0. So that's a good sign. Let's go ahead and wait for this game to get done installing, which will be about 15 minutes. Now for you, it will be at the snap of a finger. For me, I gotta wait the 15 minutes. So we'll see you guys in a bit and we'll see what happens next. And we are done with Deathloop. It is completely installed. So once again, let's check the information. Remember guys, for you it was a split second, for me it was like 20 minutes. So 27.65 gigs, version 1.0. We are still disconnected from the internet. Let's start this bad boy up. Bethesda. I think the first Bethesda game that I ever played and beat, not played but beat, was Ghostwire Tokyo. Arcade Leon. Wait, wasn't that the same people that did what's that game called? That vampire game. Redfall? Pretty sure it was them, right? No? Alright, so far so good. Network connection to the server failed. You can still play Deathloop offline. That's what's up. Thanks for playing Deathloop. But wait, it seems that you don't have the latest update. It's got all the newest, bestest, and current content and features. You'll love it. You can play Deathloop without downloading the patch, but it won't be the most recent version. Any premium content you may be eligible for will also become available upon updating the game. Download and install the update by closing the application and connecting to the internet. Okay, thank you for letting me know. Okay, but I want to see if you can play with no internet, bro. And looks like we can. Let's go ahead and freaking start. You know how I like to do? I like to show you guys some gameplay at least. And I will say so far the DualSense feels really, really good with this game.
For the last time.
Can we skip this? No? Okay. Resume.
I don't
know if you just give me a second.
Oh, you're not even trying.
Oh, I forgot that you gotta break the loop in this game, so you start the day over again every time you die, which is a lot in this game. Man, character designs do look a little like Redfall. I wonder if it's the same studio.
That was one.
I mean, game looks pretty good. Without this update that they so want me to install. Yeah, DualSense right now is trembling, buzzing, making noises. I really like it. First person, okay.
Break
the loop. Alright, let's check to see what kind of options we have for this game. For visuals. So we got performance mode. Visual quality, ray tracing. Okay. Let's see what ray tracing looks like.
Break the loop.
Especially now that I got a pro.
Give me. Nope, that's there. I'm seeing it. Ah, man.
Okay, yeah. Oh, wow. It looks really, really nice with the ray tracing on. Oh, yeah. The reflections are reflecting. Yeah, but the frames are definitely choppier. Alright, we know the game plays with no internet. So, Deathloop, Bethesda, that's what I'm talking about. Why can't you guys do that for all your damn games, man? Alright, so let's close the game out. Let's turn the internet back on and see how big the update is. Now, remember, this game is what, 27.65 gigs. So, let's see how big the update is. Settings, connect to internet, and we should be connected. Here we are. Here's all the new stuff. Here's a PS Store, right? And then of course PS Plus, up and going eventually. All right, so now let's check for updates. Yeah, this game came out years ago now, so I wonder when the last update was. Alright, let's see. Oh, not bad. 9.825 gigs. So not bad at all. I mean, we just did the Stellar Blade and that was, oh damn, what, 3 gigs I think? I don't know, man. I forget so much, but yeah, there y'all have it, man. Takes us from version 1.0 to version 1.405. So a few updates on this game for sure. But hey, you can play with no internet, right? No internet. So this is extremely important for so many reasons. Game preservation, the whole 9 yards. So basically, you go out, you buy this game, your internet's not working, you put in the PS5, you can install it, you can play it. That is what we need in gaming with physical video games. Exactly what we need. But there y'all have it, man. Thanks so much for being here. Once again, guys, I have a ton of games. My collection is right over there. I'm not showing you any further because I got a little thing set up for my next video, but a ton of games, over 400 games. If there's a game that you want me to test out, let me know. There's a good chance I have it. If I don't, I'll put it on a wish list, and once the pricing goes down or a pricing that I'm willing to pay for it, I'll get it and we'll test it. I already have a couple in that list. So thank you so much, y'all, for being here. Hit that like, that subscribe button, and we'll catch you in the next one. Keep it gaming.